In this video, we're going to go over how you start the mane for Leonard the Lion, the sensory snuggler. So unlike most of the other patterns that I have, when you're starting, you're doing that magic ring. For this part in particular, we're going to do a slip knot, chain 2, and then put all of our first stitches in a chain, just because it's easier because of that loop stitch. If you can figure out how to do it with a magic ring, more power to you, that is cool. But we are gonna do the slip knot method. So I make a little cross, I come through and I grab the working end of the yarn, pull through, and that's gonna be your slip knot. And then you're gonna chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to start. So we're going to make all 8 of our initial loop stitches into this this first chain. So to make a loop stitch, everybody's going to have a little bit of a different way possibly to do this. I highly encourage you to either use some scrap yarn or just know that you're gonna frog, just until you kind of get the tension and things like that down and how long you want them, just so that you have a little bit more uniform look. But to start, you're gonna push down with your thumb. It gets easier the more you do it. And then I come around that part of the stitch and into that first chain, like that. Grab the loop and pull it through. So now you can see we have the loop, and then you just finish the single crochet as normal. So there's that first loop stitch, and we've got that kind of extra loops hanging down, and that's what's going to create that mane. So you come back down, come around the edge, and I promise it's way easier as you get going. The first 8 are the hardest ones. Yarn over and pull through, you've got your loop. Now just finish the single crochet, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, we got to do 6 more. Pull over, go on the other side, into that same chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Down on the other side, go into that same chain. I can't even see where it is now. Right there. Pull through 2. So we now have 4 of the 8. I'm just gonna keep going. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so here we are. Our first row is done, and that's what we look like. So it looks a little bit funky, but I promise as you get more and more loops done, it will look more and more mane-ish, because all of those loops are going to keep going around the outside. So now we got to do, so now basically if you look on the top of your work, your loops are on the front, and then you've still got your regular V stitches around. You're going to just be working into those like a normal single crochet, but you're making a loop stitch. So now we're going to loop stitch increase. And so like I said, it's way easier now that we have kind of the initial 8 done. So you're going to pull it down, and I then, once I have something to hang on to, I pull this end towards the loop, and then you can just go right into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, and you've got your loop, and finish the stitch. Now we're increasing, so we're going to go back in the exact same stitch, and you're going to just do two loop stitches in every stitch around to increase, just like you would be doing increases to make the circle bigger. It's just that we have that extra loop stitch that we're doing. So hopefully that makes sense. Please feel free to comment below or reach out to me if it doesn't make sense or if your brain is exploding. I am happy to help however I can.